This is GeroTheHero, and this is my review of ACCA Episode 5. The ACCA chief sees Otis and picks him up. He asks him what really happened in Situ, and at first, Lilium tells him that he's been watched the whole time, and Otis wants to argue that he hasn't. When the chief tells him that someone has always been watching you, but you didn't think about it, you can just see the shock on Otis's face. After this, Otis is on his guard, and he looks in the direction where Nino is spying on him. Grosser basically tells Nino that you need to either tell him what he needs to know or go back to being his friend. Either way, you're going to be still watching him. What was funny in the next scene was that Maggie, the prince's subordinate, was spying on Otis' sister, and he ends up getting caught up in different types of bread. And there's this whole presentation of breads that he gives to the prince, and then finally the prince loses it, and then Maggie explains that Otis' sister really likes bread, so that's the key to winning her heart. In the next scene, Otis confronts Nino, and you can tell he's kind of pissed, but he basically tries to keep his cool. After he learns Nino is working for ACCA, Otis tells him, when you can tell me what this is all about, you can tell me. So Nino kind of laughs because even though this is a serious situation, he can tell that Otis really doesn't care about all these politics that he's now involved in. Now, it's interesting that yet again we see Pastis is in an area where you don't expect him, and he confronts Lilium. He mentions taking care of his section instead of the whole country, which makes me think he might be the real bad guy. When Otis, Nino, and Otis' sister are eating out, Otis purposely says that Nino should eat out with his sister every night, and he goes along with it because basically I think he's trying to make amends with Otis, but at the same time, Otis doesn't want to be watched. So while Otis is patrolling in a new section, the Roscrew district, he sees Grosser, and the episode ends with Otis confronting Grosser. I kind of wonder if Grosser will finally see that Otis is not part of a coup d'etat, and what I think would be interesting if he kind of knew that Otis wasn't part of this coup d'etat, and he's just kind of like wanting to see if Otis is a decent person, so maybe they can expose the real people that are doing this. I kind of feel like they're using Otis as a focus, so maybe the people that are actually causing the coup d'etat will lower their guards and kind of expose themselves. So we'll have to see what happens in the next episode. So it's starting to get a little bit more interesting. It's still a slow burn like usual, but it's kind of what I expected from this show. So, like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.